And now, to follow all AAU activities and follow us, join the links of NARO social platforms and chat box. And now let's welcome our honorable speaker, Dr. Nourhane el Haridi, the coordinator of International African Relations of Faros, who will talk about Faros University's celebration, African Universities Day 2021. She is the Association of African Universities and International African Coordinator at Faros University in Alexandria, and lecturer at the Faculty of Engineering, Department of Architecture. She has received the degree of Doctor of Philosophy in Architectural Engineering from Alexandria University, Faculty of Engineering, at 2018, and has many publications at the field of energy simulation, net zero buildings, sustainable architecture, and in environmental studies. Past head of the International Committee of Rotaract and many community services. Welcome, Dr. Nourhane.
Welcome. How are you? I'm happy to be here in this day, and I'm going to share my screen. Thank you for the introduction. Okay, now my screen is clear.
Not yet, Dr. Nourhane. But it's starting screen sharing. It's loading. Yes, it's clear now.
Oh, thank you. Under the theme of the evaluation of digital transformation experience in African higher education institution and the African Celebration Day 2021, I want to welcome all participants and valued higher education stakeholders to our presentation of the workshop hosted by Faros University in Alexandria, entitled Online Interactive Teaching and Learning Activities in Higher Education. Faros University in Alexandria is presenting this workshop with the cooperation of the AAU-NARO office within the framework of the participation into the African University Day celebration in 2021. Since it's important for African higher education institutions to collaborate and share technological resources and expertise in online content preparation and delivery. The online one minute, okay. And the Faros University in Alexandria virtual workshop was held on Sunday, the 7th of November 2021, for 4 hours with participants from all over Africa, content and different nationalities, from Gambia, Liberia, Nigeria, Cameroon, Uganda, Botswana, Kenya, Somalia, Ethiopia, Egypt, and also from Indonesia. The online interactive teaching and learning activity in higher education was presented by Dr. Nourhane el. She is an associate professor of pharmaceutics and pharmaceutical technology in Faculty of Pharmacy, Faros University in Alexandria. She is the International Relations Coordinator of Faculty of Pharmacy and a trainer of the Education Development Center at UA. This workshop aims at implementing different interactive teaching and learning modules during online learning to involve the students in the learning process rather than being passive observers. It also provides an insight of different active learning strategies implemented at Faros University in Alexandria. The workshop included a brief introduction about the difference between active and passive learning. Also, it included the obstacles of e-learning and how to be overcome, especially in the era of COVID-19. Also, it discussed how the COVID-19 pandemic affected education forever. The different interactive online learning strategies that can be implemented was the strategies that allow the student to share the screen, for example, peer teaching. Also, the workshop discussed the strategies that depend on individual students' electronic response, for example, polls and classroom response system as Kahoot. and I will take a brief and I will present a brief presentation about the live workshop. But also the workshop discussed the strategies that depend on students' verbal response, strategies that can be implemented in staff presentation, for example, audiovisual aids and interactive PowerPoint. Finally, the workshop presented an insight of different active learning strategies implemented at Forest University in Alexandria using the e-learning platform Blackboard Collaborate. And now I will share with you the online record of the PUA workshop. It's just for a little part of 2 minutes and another part of 3 minutes. And we could see what was about the workshop.
Hey, what's up? Miss Nala, I miss you. How are you? How's your family? What do you think about your voice? Are you in trouble? How do your friends and your neighbors and you can hear me? I'm scared. Really, send me voice message. I miss you. Thank you. Bye-bye. Thank you, Daddy.
Around the student to be in a competition with each other, to give a very quick response, which allows you also to know to get feedback, a very quick feedback if the students are far away from them. For sure, gathering information.
Please unmute microphones, please.
Okay, I have another. May I could share another one? Maybe the video is
the different strategies which
is
we can
clear
implement
like
during
this?
our online sessions or our online lecturing.
Kindly your microphones.
Of information.
Isn't
Is the
clear?
video, voice of the video, Asma?
Information during our online learning period.
Is the voice is clear now?
Other strategies depend on the student's verbal response. For example, giving the student a case study or a problem which needs a solution. You should give them some time to think about the solution to this case study, and then ask a certain student to unmute or ask them to raise hands and then unmute and participate to find the solution to the case study which I have provided. This is a way. Another strategy is what's known as a 1-minute reflection. In this strategy, the instructor allows the students to unmute and respond to a question. For example, what was the most important thing you have learned during this lecture? What is unclear and you need more help about it? Summarize the lecture in only 1 sentence. All these are ways which help you to keep the student with you alerted. You ask any student at any time to unmute and answer any of your questions, and this makes the students attentive during the whole online lecture, during the whole session. Another interactive strategy that can be implemented in your presentation include using picture prompt. Picture prompt is including a figure in the presentation with no explanation, and you ask the students to identify it or to explain it. Always use your PowerPoint to be very rich in figures, because figures always gain the attention of the students and make them to brainstorm and to think about what this figure is about. Make your PowerPoint always interactive. There are several YouTube videos. If you search on YouTube and ask for interactive PowerPoint, you will have very easy steps, stepwise through the video, from which you can create interactive slides. For example, if I have my topic to be taught in 5 points to be discussed today, you can use the interactive PowerPoint, which is attractive to the students. For example, we say that we have a first topic or a first point we will talk about, a second point, the third point, the fourth, and the fifth. This is what's called as interactive PowerPoint. You have each topic which appears upon click with a certain animation which attracts the attention of the students rather than just appearing as a slide with the points 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 listed together without any animation or without any interaction in your PowerPoint. Then you can always make your PowerPoint an interactive one. And as we said, interactive PowerPoints can be easily prepared with the aid of the YouTube. Just write in the search bar of YouTube, interactive PowerPoint. You'll find several videos which allow you to make interactive slides easily. Here is an example also, having always illustrations or audio-visual aids in your presentation. Always include illustrations as much as you can. Don't talk to students about facts with only words or written information without showing them figures and images of this information, which allows them to understand better and to retain the information. Also, whenever possible, include in your presentation videos which you can help them to get the information much easier. Always ask a question in order to enhance the students to brainstorm. Brainstorming is very important. You give them a time for 20 seconds, for example, and ask the questions to start to think about an answer for this question, and then you start explaining. When you ask a question, you don't always need to wait for the students to unmute and answer. No, you can just give them a think break. You give them time to brainstorm, to think about an answer for this question you have posted on your slide, and then you start explaining an answer. Try to leave always a small part of the topic you are teaching to start with the next lecture. This is called cliffhanger lecturing, and it generates an automatic bridge between the lectures. Don't fit the content exactly to your lecture and to start and end the whole topic in your lecture, but leave a very small part to start with the next lecture and create an automatic bridge between your lectures. Prepare incomplete lecture notes. Don't make your lecture notes always complete. No, keep some places where you have blank spaces or dots which have to be completed during your lecture. And provide your students some time, 2 minutes or 3 minutes, in order to fill in the gap spaces in their lecture handouts from which they are going to study later. Always recall, summarize, and connect between the information you are teaching.
Please
information you told the students last lecture and the information.
Dr. Nourhane.
Recalling and summarizing.
Dr. Nourhane.
Different lectures.
Kindly,
yes, I'm
also try to do
yes.
I'm gonna stop. It was a short brief about our workshop, and I will put the link of all the 4 hours of the workshop here in the chat after my presentation, so everyone could learn or see what was about the rollover of the workshop. Finally, I want to thank all. Okay. And then I want to thank all the participants and the AAU for getting this chance to make our presentation about our workshop, and wish you a nice day about the African Celebration Day. Thank you, and if anyone wants any question.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Nourhane. What a huge effort in short time. It's really inspiring.